Hi and welcome back to my channel. This is Scorpio Moon Tarot. Please understand that if you're here, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. If you're here for a reason. Please let the messages resonate as they may. What does not resonate, please discard. And if you're finding anything too personal or taking the reading, or if anything in the reading is triggering you, please feel free to shut up the video and go somewhere else, okay? Nobody's forcing you to be here. You're here of your own free will. Somebody does not want you to talk today. Somebody does not want to hear a damn word you have to say today. So if you think, or if you're feeling that you need to text somebody, or don't. This person is sitting completely in their, how am I going to say this? Logically, they know what they need to do, but their ego is like, nope, I'm shutting down. No, I'm not doing this. No, I can't look at this. I'm just going to go about my net. I'm going to distract myself with other things. I'm not going to look at it. But they know what they have to do. Like, they know that there's no other way around it. They know they have to do this on their own. Nobody's going to help them. Nobody's going to figure it out for them. Nobody's going to hold their hand. Okay? It's like they've forgotten who they are. Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, Devil. Yeah. Let them work it out on their own. Don't figure people's shit out right now. Don't try and fix anything for anybody right now. Make your suggestions if you have to. Other than that, just work on your own happiness. Right? You're you're self-sabotaging. Because you're like, oh, I gotta fix this. No, you don't have to fix shit. You don't have to fix shit. Work on yourself. The more you work on yourself, the more others are going to work on themselves too. Stand your boundaries. Don't let people cross your boundaries. Say what you got to say and keep moving forward. That's all you can do. Your wishes are right around the corner. Right around the corner. Sorry about the wobbling. Or maybe that's better. I don't know why I'm here. Somebody needs to hear this message. Maybe you're feeling really lonely, or you're bored today and you just want to hear somebody's voice. So here's my voice for you, okay? And while everybody else is freaking out and mulling over their lives and freaking out and not listening to advice and not, playing the victim, you work on your happiness. Let them have their own perspective over what this is supposed to be. The only way that they're gonna they have to deal with the pain. They have to deal with the pain in order to move forward. And I keep going, like, there's nothing you can do about that. So how about, see, you're so worried about somebody else. You should just be worried about yourself right now. Let's talk about you. What are you doing? I know what I'm doing, right? What are you doing? Besides sitting in your shit and being depressed and not doing what you're supposed to do and not taking care of yourself and not worrying about yourself, and you're too busy worried about everybody else. Well, if everybody else needs you, they'll come find you. Work on your, I'm not going to explain what just came out. The World and the High Priestess. Just change. The more you have, not even change, the more you grow, the more you move forward, the more you take baby steps. It doesn't have to be giant leaps. Maybe some days it is going to be giant leaps. Other days it's just going to be little baby steps, okay? If people want to stand behind their wall, they know where the love is. They know where they feel good. They know what feels like home. And if people are happy being at home and doing nothing because that's what they're allowed to do, there's nothing for anybody to do right now, then mind your own fucking business. Don't worry about what people are doing. If people are enjoying themselves, you go enjoy yourself. Go do something that you want to do. Why are you getting all up in everybody's business when you don't like when people do that to you? And again, this reading is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're taking anything personal, that's not my problem. I'm a messenger, so don't shoot the messenger. Sorry. You want to shoot the messenger, go right ahead. Okay? It's funny because the more I'm starting to observe, the more I'm starting to really listen. It's like, I know, right? You know who you are. And you keep lying to yourself. And that's what you need to do. You know exactly who you are. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to anybody else, right? You've been lying to yourself and lying to everybody else around you for so long. Or maybe that's somebody else in your life that's been doing that to you. Okay? You know who you are. Stop hiding behind the wall. You want to grow. But you got to come clean. You gotta make amends. You gotta make yourself accountable for why people are the way they are around you, especially your kids. If they are a certain way around you, there's a reason why you enabled that behavior for so long. And nobody likes when other people change or stand on your boundaries. But if they really need you and know what you bring to their life, they're gonna grow with you. As hard as it is, you keep moving forward. You're not pulling reins on anybody. You're doing what's best for you. You have to have the strength to do it. Because sometimes that's the hardest thing, is trying to stand in your boundaries with the people that are in your environment, in your home. Make yourself very clear every single day. Make yourself clear every single day what you expect from people, what you require from people. Because in the end, they need you. In the end, you're everything to them. One day, maybe that's the problem. They know that one day they won't need you, but they always want to know that you're there. Always make sure that you let them know that you're there. Especially if you're a parent, right? Especially if you're a leader. Never mind a parent, just a leader in general. If you have a following, right? Make sure you're steering people down the right path and not the wrong path. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something right now. Wow. This is just the little cards that come out for me, and I know them like when I'm offline and I pull cards for myself, and certain cards are for certain things. And this combination is unbelievable. So right now, there is so much frustration. There is so much sexual energy. And please remember, and I've wanted to say this in a few of my readings, this is where we've lost ourselves. There is a connection that is it creates life. That connection creates life. So why shouldn't it be the most important connection you're ever gonna have? We've all made mistakes. That's it. Move forward from here. Sex is sacred. It actually stands for sacred sexual energy. Sacred. Hang on, let me remember this. Sacred energy exchange. Sorry. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Some of my neighbors are out on my balcony below me, so it's kind of distracting me a little bit, so I do apologize. Sacred energy exchange. Look it up. That's exactly what it means. I'm just gonna, this wobbling is driving me crazy. Hopefully that helps. Make sure you have it with people that you love. It's like we were programmed to believe, whatever, oh yeah, sex, you can have sex with it. No, because you take on their energy. Even if you don't, especially if you don't have an emotional attachment to that person, you actually take on more of their energy. Like in the wrong way, not the right way. So be careful, especially right now. Like there's like this bubbling, and it's like, right, you take care of yourself. How about you treat yourself to that once in a while? Apparently this is an 18+ reading today. Right, but we don't talk about it enough. We sensationalize it, we sexualize it, we make it dirty, we do this, we do that. It's the most beautiful connection on the planet because it creates life. You may not agree with me, and I'm not asking you to. I'm just a messenger. It actually connects you to source, to the universe, that connection, but it has to be the right connection. It has to be where both people love each other. It's not just a lust thing. It's not just, oh, I one thing. No, it's got to be love. That's the only way that it actually feels good. That's the only way that When you leave somebody, for instance, you guys don't live together, you leave there with a smile and a hope, and you shine because that person filled you with as much love as you filled them with. There's never a choice. You think there's a choice because you want to think there's a choice. It's never a choice. If somebody says, oh, I can't decide between two people. No, no, no. They're just very, very scared of one of them because one of them makes them feel things that they've never felt before. Understand that. And usually what they do is they run to the other person because that person's weaker. That person, they can manipulate easier. Okay? Whoever this, they've never met anybody like you. You were unique. You were very different. You were everything that they've ever strived to be, but never could achieve that. So keep being who you are and don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. Stop giving a shit. Just be who you want to be when you want to be it, and not give a shit what anybody else thinks. Make sure if somebody has hurt you, if somebody has, make sure they bring it right. You've accepted breadcrumbs all your life. Isn't it time that if somebody comes back into your life and says, I really want to be with you, well, why? Like, why? I wasn't okay before. I wasn't okay then. Why am I okay now? Did you just figure it out? Right? Understand that. That's your best. That's what you deserve. That's what you deserve, finally. Give me a second. Especially if you have something new and better in your life. Especially if you have somebody new that's making you happy and you're not sure about this person either. Understand that they can feel that. They can feel when you're not in their energy. They can feel when you're doing something else. They can feel when you're not connected to them. They can feel all that. The bubble's gonna burst. I just... You're so full of shit. Like, you're so full of shit. But no, you're so full of shit. You understand? You're not the one that's full of shit. They are. They're the one that's called you crazy. They're the ones that have dismissed you. They're the ones that invalidated you. They're the ones that had everything in the palm of their hand, then boom, you were gone. You disappeared. You liberated yourself from them. You did. And you were supposed to, because you can do it all on your own. You don't need anybody's help nor guidance to do what you know you need to do. It's almost like you can do everything alone. You like doing things alone. Like this fall, I said, you know what? I'm going to go to like those little markets and I'm going to go apple picking and I'm going to do everything fall. Not because everybody else is doing it, but because that's what I want to do. I love going to those little markets, those little antique shops, and, you know, visiting things and the treasures you find. It's like, they're amazing. I used to love doing stuff like that. I love it. So many years ago. It made me happy. It brought me joy. So I'm going to do the things that I want to do that bring me joy. See, I meant to pull it. There it is. The Magician. Bring that magic back in your life. All around you is just misery, and misery loves company. Remember that, right? Misery loves company. So you bring love. You bring love, you bring light. I'm going to do this. Nobody wants to do it. You go do it by yourself. Go find your own fortune. Go spin your own wheels. Go do what you have to do. You know, in the end, everything's always going to be okay. So why are you going to sit in the misery when everybody else is already sitting in it? Right? Go do something that you want to do. Have the strength to do what you want to do. It's like you're shocking a lot of people. Like, you really are. People thought that you would have given in by now because they're at their wits' end. They're like, if I'm at my wits' end, they're obviously at their wits' end. So maybe tomorrow, maybe I'll wait one more day. If they don't hear from me tomorrow, I'm gonna call. Right? So in the next little while, because everybody thinks that you're done, like, it's almost like people are coming to the realization that they were the problem. You were never the problem. They were. They know what they did. They know how they manipulated you, and even, right, because you were weak. You were weak. You just had a big heart. You knew what they were doing was wrong, but you, right? It's like, oh, okay, it's okay. It's okay. They're going to stop doing that. They're going to stop doing that. And then they didn't stop. They didn't stop, right? You got out of a lot of situations before it was too late. You did. And you should be proud of yourself for that. You may not have made the best choices in life, but you sure as fuck got out at the right time. You knew when it was time to go. Only for whatever reason, this time is harder for you. You're afraid that you're leaving behind something that you know is yours, and it is yours. Understand that. It's yours. It's always been yours. You figured it out. They didn't. And you can't stop and wait for somebody to figure it out. You can't. You have to keep moving. The more you actually stay stuck waiting for them to wake up, the more they sleep. You actually are helping them stay in their shit. So keep moving forward and don't worry about what the fuck everybody else is doing. Will you miss them? Yes. But still, you can still love them. Especially if you have pictures or memories. Fuck the bad shit. Keep the bad shit out of it. You stayed with them for a reason. So remember those good times. As hard as it is, you're not perfect. You're gonna have your days where you're like, bastard, right? So, because they are. They know they are. Let them figure it out. And by the time they figure it out, and if they figure it out correctly, you might have already moved on by then. Because you're the prize. You're the prize. You are there. You've always been there for everybody. You were the rock that everybody has always needed. Always. No matter how hard they pretend that you're not. Ace of Swords, I'm speaking the truth. They've all been lying. They're living in regret, spying on you. They know that this connection is everything that you've spoken. They know they were stupid. How's that? They know they were stupid. You? I hope that made you feel better. Because apparently that's the message you needed to hear today. Because you're not focusing on yourself today. You're too busy focused on everybody else. Focus on yourself. Do something you want to do. This has been stirring inside me all day. I haven't been able to get this message out. Well, you know what? I decided, fuck that. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do my reading. Who likes, doesn't like it. I don't give a shit. I can't sit here with these messages inside me all day. It drives me like fucking crazy. I want to go and enjoy the rest of my day. Get my message out and see you later. Goodbye. I never know half the time what the hell I'm going to talk about because I'm a messenger. I'm a messenger. I read the energy as I'm talking. It just keeps flowing through me. People say, you like to talk. Yeah, well, I'm doing it this way now because nobody else wants to hear me talk. So hopefully one of you guys do. So anyways. All right, one more card. We're going to just end this with, what do we do with the rest of this day? Okay, who cares about tomorrow? All we have is today. So what should we do with the rest of today? Let's see. What should we do with the rest of the day? Today. Yeah? Tomorrow's another day, right? I'm really not, outcomes, sure, but I'm not predicting anything. I'm just an energy reader for the daily brew, I guess. I don't know, the daily message, whatever the hell this is. I just come on and talk about a general reading when I want to. Sometimes I don't post. Sometimes I do. Like I said, this is a very, sometimes I'm out and about and I want to just sit down and do a reading. And then if I don't, it starts to fester and it gets heavier and it gets heavier and it gets heavier. So I just got to let it out. So if you have to say something to somebody, just fucking say it. Like I've said in my other readings, write it down, burn it. If you can't talk to that person or whatever the hell it is, just say it. If you have to apologize to somebody or you're waiting for an apology, don't wait for nobody to apologize because we all have free will. We all do. I pulled the Temperance card a few times. Okay, that's your own ego. I want it and I want it now. That's your own inner child, right? That's felt abandoned and rejected your whole life, right? That's your own trauma. So So deal with your shit and then go, right? Deal with your own shit. Right? Mind your own business. Oh, what can we expect for the outcome of the day? I'm just shuffling. There we go. When you least expect it. 10 of Wands. Release the burdens. I just did by doing this reading. I released a lot of my burdens by getting on here, and actually I just saw 2020. 2020, 2025, right? The years go by, the years go by, the years go by, right? You're missing out on so much because you keep living in a past that no longer exists. You're here because of all the choices you made. They may not have been the best choices, but you always knew when to get out. You always knew when it was time to get out. Never, ever go back on that. Always follow your intuition. And you know that you stayed in places and situations way longer than you should have, right? So why are you going to do that? Stop doing that. Get out when you know, when the red flags are just, you know, everywhere. So a red flag is a red flag. And right now, just take care of yourself in more ways than one. We go back to that. Don't forget about that, okay? Don't be going and sleeping with somebody because you want to get your rocks off. You're just hurting yourself more, okay? That part of your body is special. It's yours. It connects you to another human being's energy on a physical level. So not only are you connected energetically, but you're also connected that way. And your energies are spiraling around each other as you're engaging in that act. And it should be a sacred act. And then we wonder why we feel the way we do after certain relationships or situations, because it always made us feel that way. Remember, like those first moments, it always made us feel that way. Just want to see if there's anything else that we're going to talk about, but I don't think so. I think we're done now. Love, 2 of Cups. And the Lovers and the Fool. Whatever this pain is, they have to release their own pain. They can't keep dumping their pain down your throat. You're not a garbage can in every sense of the word, because when you have sex with somebody who is so in their ego, all they're doing is trauma dumping down your throat without having to say a fucking word. There's some people that don't have to, it's the level of emotional abuse that can occur because of that. And then it ends up feeling like it's everything when it's been nothing the whole time, right? So be very careful what you're taking on, because you're actually taking on that person's energy. So take care of yourself, especially if you're alone right now. Take care of yourself. Don't worry about everybody else, okay? All right, on that note, I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did enjoy the reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, this reading was for entertainment purposes only. If anything was too personal or triggering, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm a messenger, and if you have to shoot the messenger, you go right ahead. Have a great day, everyone. Ciao for now.